Hey guys, I'm going to be reading a little book called Lucky Star by Catherine Christensen. I don't know. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. I don't know how. But yeah. So I have this little white horse that represents Lucky Star. At least I'm pretty sure this is her. Yeah. I remember that I got confused with coloring of something. I feel like it has to do with Lucky Star. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? I don't know. Okay. So in order for me to figure this out and understand it, I will read it. I will have Lucky Star in the background, even though you guys can't even see her. But yeah, so let's just get started in this little book. I've never read it before, so yeah. The Bookshop Ltd. Okay. Come on, boy, you could do it. We're almost there, Amy encouraged her quarter horse Star as they galloped towards the finish line. 15.8 seconds, called Amy's friend Katie, clicking a button on her watch as Amy and Star raced past the logs as they had set out to mark the finish line of their barrel racing pattern. Good boy, said Amy as she reached down and hugged Star's neck. He had been her partner for 2 days now, and this show season was going great. They had been to 5 barrel racing competitions so far, and they only needed to get one more score to qualify for the championships being held the next weekend. The final qualifying show was in 2 days. I feel like something's going to happen. The stripes are triangular. Okay, anyways. Are you nervous? Katie asked her from atop her own horse, Bella. A little, Amy confessed. I know Star and I are ready, but it's our last chance to qualify, so I'm worried something will go wrong. I'm sure you two will do great, Katie assured her. I'm a little nervous too. This will be my first show with Bella. You are doing so well together, though. You're definitely ready for this. Go try another run. I'll time you. Amy set her watch and got ready to time Katie and Bella as they raced the barrel pattern. The girls practiced together a little longer, and then they cooled the horses down by taking a walk around the field. So there's them walking in the field. The next day, Amy met Katie at the barn for the last ride before the show. Amy tacked up Star and she walked him up to their riding arena before climbing on. She mounted and walked a lap around the barrels. Then she gave him a squeeze with her legs, signaling him to trot to the pattern. Something felt wrong. Star's trot seemed very uneven, and his head bobbed down every time he stepped with his left front leg. Was he hurt? Kitty came out with Bella and watched him. She agreed that something looked wrong. Amy's heart sank. If Star had hurt himself, there was no way he would be able to compete in the show the next day. Hey, guess what? The next one's Bella's secret. Same horse. Anyways. Amy put Star back in the barn and called her parents. They decided to call the vet. Amy tried to keep herself... Wait. Did I even show you this picture? Amy tried to keep herself from crying as she waited for the vet to arrive. She had been so excited to qualify for the championships with Star after all the work they had put in this year. Katie wanted to cheer up her friend. She knew how hard Amy had been working this show season. Why don't you ride Bella tomorrow? She offered. Then you can still get the last score you need. Thanks, but Bella's yours. This is the first time you'll be competing on her. I couldn't take that away from you, Amy protested. Katie refused to take no for an answer. You have more at stake in this competition than I do, she explained. And besides, I'll have plenty of chances to ride Bella myself later. Yeah, that's really going to great being my book on here. I don't know. Anyways. Finally, Katie convinced Amy to at least try a ride on Bella. Reluctantly, Amy mounted Bella and took her through the barrel pattern. It felt strange to be riding a horse other than Star, though Bella listened well and didn't give her any trouble. Amy didn't have the relationship with her that she did with Star. It often felt like Star read her mind and knew what she wanted before she asked. Riding Bella just wasn't the same. 16.2 seconds, Katie announced as they finished their run. It was a good time. It wasn't as fast as Amy's time with Star, but it could still be enough to qualify her for the championships. She looks tiny on that horse. As Amy and Bella finished their ride, the vet showed up. While Amy and the vet looked at Star, Katie put Bella in the barn and ran up to the house to get carrots for both horses. The vet explained that Star had an abscess in his hoof, and she gave Amy directions for treating it. When Katie came back down to the barn, she told Amy that she had called the show secretary and changed Amy's entry for her to compete on Bella instead of Star. Amy couldn't help but smile at her stubborn friend's generosity. Once Katie set her mind to doing something, there really was no way to change it. Amy was excited that she would still have a chance to qualify, but she knew it would be much harder on Bella than it would be if she were riding her own horse. Amy woke up early on the day of the show. She met Katie and their friend Kirsten. I'm just going to say Kristen. She met Katie and their friend Christian at the barn. Christian didn't enjoy competing herself, but she always went to the shows to support her friends. Katie and Christian packed Bella's things into the trailer and loaded her while Amy took care of Star's hoof. She gave him a kiss for good luck before climbing into the truck with her friends, and Katie's dad drove them to the show. Though Amy couldn't get Bella to go as fast as Star, they still had a great ride. They came in third place, which was just enough to qualify her for the championships next week. Have fun. While Amy was happy that she was able to qualify, she didn't think she would do very well in the championships if she couldn't ride her own horse. She would be competing against the world's best horse and rider teams in the area. She continued to practice with Bella over the next few days, and they began to improve, but she was still not sure if it would be enough. On the Wednesday before the show, the vet came out to check Star. She told Amy that he had healed well and she could start riding him again the next day. However, the vet recommended that Star should take it easy for the next couple days, and he shouldn't race until the next weekend. That meant their first run would be at the championships. Since Amy wouldn't be riding Bella, Katie registered for the show as well, planning to compete in one of the non-championship classes. On the day of the show, both girls were nervous. Katie hadn't been riding Bella very much over the past week because she was letting Amy practice on her. Amy was happy to be back on Star, but she hadn't been able to ride him for a week. Was it too much to hope that they might have a chance today? Katie and Bella rode first in the morning. They had a good ride and came in 4th out of 12 riders. Katie was very happy. She knew they had a lot of work on to get They had a lot to work on to get ready for next year. But she thought she did great for their first show together. Sorry, I'm not really good at reading at the moment. In the afternoon, Amy got ready for her race with Star. Everything they had done all year had built up to this moment, but she knew she couldn't expect too much after a week off. The announcer called her name, and she rode Star over to the arena. "We can do this, Star," Amy said. She gave him a pat and took a deep breath as they approached the starting line. The whistle blew, and they were off. Star knew his job, and Amy expertly rode him through the pattern. It felt good to be racing on her own horse, and Star seemed happy to be running again. The two of them made a perfect team. They had a great ride. It seemed like an eternity to Amy while she waited for the rest of the riders to finish at the champions to be announced. Meh. I'm getting caught on, my jacket's getting caught on Chance. Kristen and Katie tried to help her relax, but they were excited for the results to be revealed, too. Finally, the announcer's voice crackled over the loudspeaker. "We have the final results. Our regional championships are Amy and Star." Amy couldn't believe her ears. They had done it. Amy knew she couldn't have done it alone, though. She gave Kristen and Katie huge hugs and thanked them for being the best friends in the whole world. Then she pulled out her bag of carrots and gave some to Star and Bella. After all, she couldn't have done it without them either. Facts about quarter horses. The quarter horse breed got its name from the ability of these horses to excel in quarter-mile races. The quarter horse is the most popular breed of horse in the United States. Quarter horses are well known for their calm, level-headed temperaments. Though quarter horses are often seen in Western disciplines, such as reining and cow work, they also compete in English disciplines like jumping. The quarter horse is the most common type of horse used in barrel racing, just like Star. Yeah, and I didn't know it had like little facts and then, oh my goodness. That's cute. Look, it's the 3 horses. 3 ponies. Ponies. I like ponies. Focus. I'm trying to make it focus. There we go. I got it focused. Pony.